everyone. I'm Leila.
And I'm Laura.
And this is For Your Penjoyment, a show about fountain pens and the joys they bring us.
Brought to you by Pen Boutique.
So how are you doing today, Laura?
We've had a lot of exciting stuff going on lately. Is that an acceptable answer?
That's an interesting way to skirt the question.
That's not today, but we've had all these exciting events. We've had the Gary event.
We've had the Kaweco event.
We've had the Kaweco event. We have the upcoming Bill event.
Bill!
So much excitement.
Absolutely.
It's been amazing. And both of those events were really cool.
It was a lot of fun seeing people in the store show up for Kaweco and Gary.
Yes.
Yeah.
But maybe the Bill event will top them.
We will have to see.
We'll see.
That's right. So these events have maybe had you excited.
Very excited, yes.
Aha, I gotcha.
What?
You actually said how you were doing.
Hey, you tricked me.
Whoopsie.
Wait a minute.
Whoop.
How about you? You always try to get out of saying how you're doing by asking me how I'm doing. Now I know your M.O.
You done caught me.
Uh-huh.
I'm congested.
Oh.
It's kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
That being said, I'm in good spirits. I'm here with you. We're going to get this show on the road.
We have a lot to talk about today.
It's going to be a good time.
It's a very exciting episode.
Sure. What are you writing with today?
Aha! Something I am very excited about.
Ooh!
Look what I got.
It is so pretty. Tell the folks what you got.
It's the Pelikan M200 Copper Rose Gold.
The
new
long-awaited
one that just came out.
release.
It's so pretty. I love it so much.
I'm so glad you got
It
it.
makes me so happy every time I use it. And I put in a really cool ink. It does not match it, but I don't care.
That's
I
right.
love how it writes in it.
Very good.
It's the Pelikan Edelstein Tanzanite.
Whoa, you can't find that ink anywhere.
Yes. So I had a little sample of this ink. I put it in here, and I loved it so much. I was like, oh, I'm obsessed with this ink. And then I looked on our shelves, and I realized, oh, no.
It felt like,
We don't have any.
yeah.
I looked at other stores. No one has it. I almost freaked out. But then I found out it's coming back. The reason no one has it is that Pelikan Germany, used up all the bottles doing the new Golden Lapis ink. Didn't have any left for poor Tanzanite, so
Tanzanite
everyone's
got
out of
slighted.
stock, but it's coming back in a few months.
Very good.
I think I can hold out. I have a little sample.
That's some good news.
Yeah, I was very relieved. What pen are you using?
I'm actually using my handy dandy Pelikan Twist in the Mystic. Oh no,
Shine Mist.
Shine Mystic color. That's
Such
right.
a pretty color.
Now I've got some bad news about this pen.
I know.
It sounds like Pelikan's discontinuing it because they no longer
Not the
have
whole pen.
this material.
It's just the color.
They're discontinuing it because they no longer have access to this material.
Yeah, and it's the best color.
He's the best one. We have a few left in stock,
do.
so if you like duochrome things,
Didn't we count? We have like 8 right now or
8.
something.
That's a tough one. Yeah, 8.
I know. And it's the coolest color. I mean, the other colors are cool
They're
too,
very
but
pretty.
they're not two-tone. Like,
Exactly.
not two-tone. What's the
They don't
word
have
for
the
it?
shift,
Yeah, they
duochrome.
shift, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's such a cool sort of like glam purple. I really
Exactly.
like that color.
And I inked it with Lamy Dark Lilac
Yes.
because I thought it was the perfect
It
match.
looks perfect.
You've got that purple with that green sheen, which, really honors the duochrome of the pen.
Very cool.
I love it.
So, if you want the best color,
Gotta get it while it's
act
hot.
now, 'cause,
Yeah.
it's going away.
That's so sad.
This isn't fake news this time.
No, straight from Gary's mouth.
Gary. Yeah. Speaking of that pen, the Pelikan Twist,
Right.
I had a crazy idea.
Let's talk about that.
Don't you think the Pelikan Twist sounds like one of those dance crazes? You know,
It
like a
certainly
60s dance craze.
does.
So, I came up with a list
Oh.
of other pens that sound like dance crazes.
Let's talk about that for a second.
And we kind of brainstormed a little bit. And
Certainly.
So, we got the Pelikan Twist.
Right.
Obviously. What else is
The
there?
Skywalker made an appearance on the list.
The Skywalker is a good one. What about the...
The Twisby Swipe.
Yes. Or...
The Faber-Castell Grip.
That's right.
We've also got
One of your favorites.
the Pilot Vanishing Point.
Yes.
And the Waldman Tango.
What about one that Lauren likes? It's not a pen,
That's
but it's a
true.
pencil.
Right.
The Rotring Tiki.
The Rotring Tiki's a good one.
It's a good one.
And we've also got the Pilot Parallel.
All of those sound like they'd make amazing dances.
I think so.
I think so.
So we recruited Shreya and Heaven to help us with this episode silly segment.
And you, because you are an amazing dancer, along with being an amazing singer.
I shuffle about. I do okay.
And I refuse to dance because I'm very self-conscious about dancing.
And that's okay. You were there to rate our dancing.
I did. I was the judge.
You were pretty hard on me that one time.
What are you talking about?
You know, the time where you gave me a particularly low score.
Huh? I loved your dancing, Leila.
Then why did I get a 1?
I thought that was the best.
You and numbers. So, without further ado, let's kick off the silly segment.
You're number one.
I'm number one. I'm number one. That was a pretty ridiculous, silly segment, Laura.
I thought it was a pretty wonderful silly segment.
It was a lot of fun to do.
And I love that we got to see our store for the first time on the show.
Yeah, you got a little peek at a corner of our store. Maybe we should do a store tour one day.
I was just going to say the same thing.
That'll be fun.
That's a good idea.
That was really awesome of Shreya and Heaven to help us out.
I know. So, for viewers that don't know, Shreya is our store owner, Lena's daughter.
And Heaven is the newest addition to our team.
She was nervous to do that. That was the first time she ever appeared in a video.
Yeah, and she was a natural.
She was. So that was so sweet of them.
So thank you to Shreya and Heaven for helping us out. All right. Now it's time to mention what's new in store.
New in store.
That's right.
Okay. We got a lot, as usual.
Let's tackle it. First on my list, we've got the Parker Pioneers collection.
Yes.
Yeah. So they came out with 4 models.
There's so many of these.
There are so many of these. They're beautiful.
They are cool. I love the new design, how it's got the Parker arrow all over everything.
Exactly.
It's
and
like,
the
God.
packaging is very cute as well. It's very Art Deco,
yes,
which I really do
very
like.
nice.
So the releases include the Parker IM.
Here I am, all covered with arrows.
All covered with arrows.
like
Look at that
this arrow
chevron
motif.
pattern.
I really
that.
like it. It catches the light really well.
It certainly does.
That's
It looks
cool.
just, I don't want to overuse the word opulent, but it has an opulence to it.
Yeah.
Next up, we have the Parker Ingenuity.
Ingenuity.
Quite a hefty pen.
Ugh. Oh, yeah. Wow. Okay.
Again, it's got a good hand feel. If you like a heavier pen, the Ingenuity might be for you.
So this is like the little brother. We got the big brother here.
Right.
And then what's next?
Let's throw in a sister. We've got the Parker Sonnet.
Ooh, very pretty. All matching. It's such a nice family. And they've got this sort of cool, almost like, what would you call this color? Sort of titanium gray?
Yeah, titanium gray is a
I
good
like
descriptor.
It. It's very sophisticated. It looks kind of spacey or something.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now we've got the big daddy of the
Yeah,
collection.
I love this one. The box on this blew my
It's
mind when I
intense.
had to open it up. It was like layers and layers and layers, and each layer was cool. I'm like,
Exactly.
where's the pen? And then I finally saw the pen. Wow.
We've got the Parker Duofold.
Very nice.
Yes.
And open that one up.
there we go.
The nib on this is gorgeous. I love the nib on the
Oh, that's
Duofold. It's
fantastic.
huge. It's got this cool spade on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really neat.
And
And
this-
it's two-tone as well, which
Right.
I kind of like.
Really pretty. And this
Yeah.
comes with a cool pen case with the little arrowy kind of design on
It
it, too,
certainly
in
does.
gold. It's
Yeah.
very pretty.
I'm kind of impressed by this Parker
I
release.
am too.
Definitely impressed, I should say.
Yeah, yeah.
Next on my list, I've got some Leonardo pens. First, we have one that is back in stock. We
I'm
have
blinded.
the Momento Zero Grande 2.0. It's part of their Galactica collection. This is Universe now with gold trim.
Wow. You know what? Where I'm sitting, there's this beautiful violet shade that's
Yes.
showing.
It's got violets, it's got blues, it's got tans, and it's got some white sections
But the
as well.
tan, I would say, is almost like an orange.
Let's call it a caramel. It's somewhere in between orange and tan.
Okay.
Now, this is an acrylic resin from the Tailored Pen Company, and this particular model is a piston filler. It's got a wonderful ink window.
Did you mention that it's got tons and tons of sparkles?
I was getting to that. This pen is on my wish list
It's
because
so sparkly.
it has tons and tons of
Oh my
sparkle.
gosh.
Look at that.
Yikes.
And no two pens are the same. Like, every pen was poured differently, so you get a really unique experience no matter which one you get.
That's such a you pen.
Next from Leonardo, this one's new to us.
Ooh.
We have the Leonardo Momento Zero in Angel Skin.
Wow.
Now, Angel Skin, this resin is inspired by Angel Skin coral, also known as bokeh coral,
Oh, wow.
one of the most precious corals in the world.
It's such a soft color.
It's very
really
soft, very
pretty.
gentle.
Very delicate. Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Now, this model is a cartridge converter model. A little bit smaller than the Momento Zero Grande.
Mm-hmm.
Still a beautiful pen.
It's really pretty.
I love it.
Wow. And it's got all these nice little chunks that
Yes.
catch the light in like the way a beautiful rock does. The
It's-
light little quartzy looking part.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
So pretty.
Mhm.
Wow.
We also have a back in stock.
Back in stock.
Let's say.
That we mentioned on the show, but we didn't have the ability to show it last
because
time.
it's sold out almost
Yeah.
instantly. This is the Narwhal original in spring green.
Mm-hmm.
We have it back in stock, all nib sizes.
And it's still spring.
It's
so.
still spring. It's such a beautiful green. All the metal components match down to the nib.
Mhm.
It's so
It's
nice.
got that new spring leaf color, which now we don't have that anymore
True.
here. But they do in some parts of the country.
That's right.
And we've got the big leaves now. They all came out.
What do you have?
I have stuff?
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, here's my stuff. Okay. Well, I have 2 roller balls from Retro 51.
Very nice.
Both are tornadoes, but this one's the big shot.
Ooh.
This is the Nautilus, which is inspired by Jules Verne's 20,000. It's a number. I got it right, I think.
You certainly did.
20,000 Leagues, not 2,000, under the sea. And that's the name of the submarine in the novel. And it's like submarine looking.
Oh, wow.
And it's got this cool textured pattern on it. The top has a picture of the diver.
I love that.
It's really cool. And this novel came out like way before real diving technology existed.
Yes.
And he predicted a lot of things that really came true.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. So that's very cool.
Yeah.
Feel the texture on this one.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
For those of you who take pleasure in certain tactile sensations, this pen does not disappoint.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
feels so nice.
And neither does this one.
Ah.
This is a thing I don't know how to pronounce, but you do.
Bijutsky.
Very nice. Which is one of the Smithsonian series pens from Retro 51. And it's from a magazine called Shin, whatever that thing is you just said, which was a magazine in the early 1900s in Japan.
Ooh.
So the art style on here is what they had in this magazine, and I really like it. It's really cool. Look at the colors in there. They're so different.
This is such a great addition to
I
the Smithsonian
love it.
collection.
When I saw this, this might be my favorite Retro 51. I really
Wow.
like it. Part of the reason I really like it is the texture.
Mm-hmm.
It's got this, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like a matte kind of texture. And when you run your fingers over it, it's kind of grippy.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of like paint texture or something like that.
Okay, I can see that.
You know what I mean?
Like an eggshell paint almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's got this very flat look, which is different. It's not shiny. I don't know. I just really like it.
It's very interesting.
cool.
I like that a lot.
Yeah. So those are my 2 new things.
Right.
But we also have a very cool thing.
We certainly do.
So this isn't a new product, but it's new that we have it offered like this.
This is true.
We have the set, kind of a fake set, but it's a set because we have the matching Pelikan M205 Apatite and the matching ink
Very nice.
paired together. So you get this in its regular box, this in its regular box, perfectly matching, same
Right.
color, paired for the low price of $129.97,
That's crazy.
which is insane.
That's quite a bit of savings right there.
It's like,
How about $190 worth of savings?
yeah,
Something
what
crazy
the
like that.
heck? It-
So over the winter, we had several of the box sets that we were able to sell for that price.
Yeah.
Now, Lena, because they did so well, Lena bought up a bunch of the pens
Yep.
and inks
Yeah.
and managed to get that same price for this duo.
Yeah. And
It's
it's an
very cool.
amazing pen. I mean, this is one of my favorite pen models. It's the same as
That's right.
my pen of the day. That's the same model pen, but this is a demonstrator, and it's this beautiful blue
color's
color.
great.
It's like a kind of
Bluish green.
yeah, like kind of a tropical blue, you know.
I'd agree.
Yeah, and it's cool because you can like watch the piston,
Right.
but it's not so see through that it's over the top with see throughness.
Laura's not a fan of
I'm not a
demonstrators.
fan of demonstrators, but yeah. And the ink matches it perfectly. So when you have the ink in there, it's not like a clashing looking ink at all. It just
Right.
blends right in. Beautiful
And
pen.
you know how much I love matchy.
I mean, this, if you ever wanted to get a Pelikan but were like, the price is a little prohibitive, yeah,
Now's the time.
this is it. So,
Yeah.
very cool.
Well, thank you, Laura.
Yeah.
Hey, pen friends, Leila here, just jumping in with a quick editor's note. So in recording the episode yesterday, Laura and I got carried away and we forgot to transition into Gary's interview. So let's take it away.
Hi, Gary.
Why, hello there, Laura.
I'm so excited to have you here. Can you tell our watchers who you are? Like, what's your position? Why I'm so excited to see you.
Of course. So my name is Gary Lange with Pelikan, and I manage Pelikan North America. Been doing it since 2019, and I absolutely love it. I started buying pens back in the 1990s, and I've probably grown a collection of about 350, so I've got every brand, and but my favorite brand now is Pelikan, of course.
Of course.
And no, I've always loved pens. I love doing this, and I'm very happy to be at Pen Boutique and talking to you. Now
Thank
I get
you
the
very much.
hard-hitting questions coming at me, right?
Well, before we get into the hard questions, I needed to introduce you to Penelope.
Penelope, why?
It's our
Nice.
Pelikan. So Penelope has a really beautiful pen in her beak today, which, why don't you tell me about the new version of this that's
This
coming out?
is the 2017 M800 Renaissance Brown, which we just released the information last week that there will be a new M1000 Renaissance Brown. So this same pen, but in the M1000.
Such a beautiful
Yeah,
material.
it really is beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
I love this pen, and when we announced it, I don't think I've seen so much excitement, maybe with the 600 art collection that we released last October, that got a lot of people very excited. But this M1000 Renaissance Brown, which will be hitting the stores in about 2 weeks,
Wow.
is
That's
very, very exciting.
Yeah. So why, like, this material? It's so deep looking. It's got all these different little sparkly chunks, and it almost looks like a granite countertop or something like that. Is it made out of the same material, but it just looks really beautiful?
Well,
like
it's
that?
not made out of granite, but it's,
No,
it's
I
just
know.
I mean, it's in acrylic resin, and they just have Pelikan works very, very hard with getting the best materials and using those materials the best they can. And you see it recently with the 200 copper and some of the other ones. I know you've talked about them
that one.
at in your wonderful videos that you do, but the materials they use, and it's when you see the light hit them.
Yes.
And I don't know how well it's doing it, but when the light hits this,
I'll do some close-up photos of it later, maybe even a video.
Yeah.
Yeah. When we got just a few of these earlier this year, just a few retired ones. They sold right away because they're so stunning. Just this material is amazing looking. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. So we are going to be getting in our store some other really special retired ones.
Yes.
A little bit of them, but enough so that people who love them can buy them. And I picked out a few of my favorites here. Can you tell us about that one?
So this is the M600 Tortoiseshell Red.
Love this one.
Since I've been doing this, when we do a special edition like this, there is a person who has to decide how many to bring in for the North American market. And that person is me. And I'm either right or I'm wrong. And on this one here, this one was sold out in 2 months.
Wow.
It was the fastest selling out pen that I've done. And I just had no idea how popular this was going to be. And so I got yelled at for people, how come I can't get that? You know, special editions typically are what we want to see is the inventory to last for about a year. If I guess too high and I have the pens for 2 years, then that's not good either. And, you know, we've been sitting on inventory for too long. And but this one was followed up with the Tortoiseshell Black, which also did well. But I had learned my lesson, and so I ordered enough of the Tortoiseshell Black. I probably could have even ordered more, but it's great to see this one again. People that have tried to get this pen and it's not available, they have to get it on aftermarket. Now you can get it.
Yeah, I'm so excited. This was one that I would see pictures of, like on Instagram or other places like that, and it always stood out to me. It's so striking. It's so different and beautiful. This is another cool one that we have. That we got a few of these earlier this year, and they sold out really, really fast. So I'm so happy you were able to get us some more of those.
So what happened is we had excess raw materials.
Tell them what it's called.
Oh, the 200 Cafe Creme.
Yes.
And it was interesting because when I saw this, and I didn't remember it, and I'm trying to remember the year that this originally came out, but I want to say it was like 2015, so it's somewhere around there. And when the Pelikan book of all the special editions over the last 20 years came out, I saw they go, oh my gosh, I need that pen. And then I finally got one at a pen show, and I just love it. The brown
Yeah, it's brown
color
instead
on
of
there.
black. It's cool.
But the brown color, it's almost got a little bit of red in it. It just really, really stands out. But I love the 200 Cafe Creme. And
Makes me want to drink a cappuccino.
exactly. And when you see the photography that Pelikan did with it, it was like, sitting there next to a beautiful cappuccino in a clear glass mug. And so it was nice. But yeah, I don't know. It's just, I'm not, it's kind of not what I would typically like. And I'm in love with it.
Yeah, right, because I'm not super into brown, but that combination with the creamy
Yeah.
body and the brown cap, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, I love this.
Yeah. Speaking of not into brown, but when we got this one for a short time, this I thought was the most beautiful one. It really stood out to me, the brown tortoiseshell, right?
Yes.
Yeah. This one's so pretty, the way it catches the light.
This is a 400 tortoiseshell brown, and this one here, it's funny. I think we were talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
When all of the 400s are laid out, it's kind of like your eyes go to this.
Yes.
And
it's just
it's got so many different colors in it of
exactly.
different yellow. You can look at it. There's a little bit of orange that shows up in there, but it's basically a tortoiseshell brown. And being a 400, having a 14 karat gold nib is nice because you got a little bit more, softer nib. And I always love, and just comparing the 200 with the 400, you get the dual rings, and it's just a little thing.
But it makes it look more expensive.
Yeah, when you go up to the 400, you get the dual rings here, the dual rings here, and of course the gold cap on top. So I always like the 400 just to they just feel like a little bit more elegance.
I was
so forth.
tempted to get that one when we got it in, but because I already have the white tortoise, I was like,
well, if you have the white tortoise, I think.
Oh, as a companion to it?
Her brother needs the brown tortoise, I
You've
think.
got a point. Maybe I do need to expand my flock.
Yeah, this 400 tortoiseshell brown is just beautiful.
And then we also got more of the one that I love and use all the time, the petrol marble.
205 petrol
Love
marble.
that one.
This guy here, when I saw the images of this before the pen was produced and before we had inventory of it, I was so excited. I could not believe how much I wanted this pen and how excited I was. Then I got my first sample and I opened it up and it was in my office, which didn't have great lighting, and I was really disappointed.
But wait till you brought it outside. Yeah.
Well, the sun finally came in at the end of the day, and when the light hit this, it actually looks like
amazing.
It lights up.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, this petrol marble is so nice. The way that it lights up when the light hits it, and when you're outside with this pen, not that you're normally writing outside, oh my gosh, it is absolutely beautiful.
Yes, it is. I love it so much. It's one of my favorite pens. I love the nib on it too. I mean, it'll be the same nib on any 200 series, but I gravitate towards that pen. I just love the way it feels when it writes. It just feels different somehow. It's a steel nib, but it's just so enjoyable to use.
So some companies make great steel nibs.
Yeah.
I am convinced that Pelikan steel nibs are the smoothest writing nibs. I love their steel nibs. One of the things that's been happening a lot lately is people are learning that the 200 is the same exact size as the 400.
And you could swap the nibs.
You could swap the nibs. So if you wanted this one with a gold nib, of course.
I told a customer about this yesterday, actually, and I showed her. It's so easy to unscrew it, which also makes it really easy to clean. I love that about mine.
Exactly.
So great.
And so taking a gold nib, just replacing it, of course, it's going to up the price of the pen, and it's going to make a 200 cost what a 400 costs. But but you can get in this case, a 205 nib, which would be the rhodium plated one and the silver accents, and then you've got the beautiful nib on there too. But like I said, the steel nibs, there's nothing wrong with they write nice. They're just great.
And the other cool thing about the 200 series and the 400 series is vintage nibs could fit in them if you find a really cool vintage Pelikan nib.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, speaking of the 200 series, which I love because it comes in so many different cool patterns and colors, we've got this insanely great deal going right now on the Apatite, which we've made like a fake set.
It's a real set.
Well, it was a real set.
Yeah.
We sold all of the real set, but now, because it was so popular and it's such a great pen, we've made this, pairing it with the ink and pen. You can get them together. So tell me a little bit about that one. Wait, let me tell the amazing price first, because this is why this is crazy. Lena is able to offer this pen and ink for only $129.97, which, like, how much would this pen cost normally?
So the pen itself retails for $260.
Yeah, so this set is like more than 50% off.
And the ink is $38.
Yeah, and it's this really beautiful kind of aqua color, kind of reminds me of, you know, a tropical ocean or something. Yeah, it's really, really pretty. The ink totally matches it. Beautiful color. So what were you going to say, sir?
So Apatite is a gemstone.
Right.
And this is the color of the gemstone. Yeah. And so every year, Pelikan produces the ink of the year. So 2 years ago, Apatite was the ink of the year.
Right.
And in the spring, Pelikan offers the ink of the year, and in the fall, they offer the pen based on the color. So I carry the Apatite pen with the Apatite ink, which matches perfectly.
Yeah,
and so when the pen is filled, it just
blends it. Yeah, I like
harmonious.
that.
Yeah. So the Apatite, I love it too because I'm a silver. I prefer silver.
Me too.
And this being a 205, it's got the silver trim on there. But the ink of the year pens, when they come out, we know kind of what they're like, what they're going to be like, but we don't know exactly what we know what the ink is.
Right.
So this past year we had rose quartz was the ink of the year, and then the pen rose quartz was.
Wait a minute. So that means we're going to have a golden lapis.
So
pen?
so golden lapis, which has just hit the streets.
Ooh.
The ink of the year golden lapis, which if you haven't seen that, oh my gosh.
Okay.
It's got gold flakes in the blue, but the blue is so
So it's probably going to be
perfect.
a sparkly pen.
I don't know. I mean, I might know, but
You'd
I do know.
have
I
to
can't
kill
say
me
that
if
I know.
you told her.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So, so there will be a golden lapis ink of the year pen, and in that one there will be the pen and ink set. So, going back to how we started, you said the homemade set or how you referred. So, the ink of the year pen and ink sets come in a nice gift box.
Yeah.
And so the pen is in the box, the ink is in the box, opens up. It's a really nice packaging.
It is, yeah, it's really nice.
But what Lena has done is bought the last of the inks that we have and the last of the pens we had, and offering them at an amazing price.
Right,
of
and so no one else
$129.
is going to have these because we have them all, right?
Right. They probably have some inventory
they might have
of them,
some left,
but you will be the ones having them, and of course at that amazing price.
Right, and what a beautiful color to choose, because it's this beautiful aqua turquoisey blue, which, I mean, blue, everyone loves blue. Not everyone, but most people love blue.
Well, I hope so. I got my blue on today.
It's pretty popular.
But yeah, no, Apatite, it's a nice one. I really like
the name's
the color.
a little weird, but...
Well, it's a gemstone.
I know.
You know, wait, it's not as nice as garnet or
Apatite.
Yeah,
kind of makes you hungry. Wait a minute.
What?
I want to know how you liked the Lido's pizza.
Lido's pizza is really good. It was interesting because the sauce has a sweetness to it.
Yes.
And it kind of took me by surprise. And I was thinking, wait, this is sweet. Oh my gosh. I had eaten 3 pieces of Lido's pizza. And I was talking to Lena, and she goes, "Here, have some more." I go, "Oh, I already had 3 pieces. Okay, I'll have another one."
And how did you like the crust?
The crust was fantastic.
Wasn't it? It's kind of cracker-like, I think.
Yeah.
Did you eat an edge piece?
I did. I had
Very
all
good.
edge pieces.
Very nice. Good,
Well,
I'm glad.
I like the middle pieces, but the edge pieces, they're easier to hold.
Well,
you got like a little
you get
handle.
more crust
Yeah.
when it's an edge piece.
Yeah.
And
Well, I
Lido's
like the
doesn't cut
cheese, so
corners.
Oh, that's true. I like it, yeah. That was good. So that was my first Lido's pizza.
Very nice. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming. I'm so excited to have you here because, as you know, I gush over Gary on this show all the time. Thank you, Gary.
Well, thank you. It's
Very
been a
wonderful
pleasure
to
being
see you.
here, and always have fun coming to Pen
I
Boutique.
hope you'll be back soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was a great interview, Laura.
I was so glad I got to do that.
Yeah.
It was really special.
Which leads me to my next question.
Yes.
What is it about Pelikan that has you, I'm going to use this word, obsessed?
I thought you were going to say giddy.
Giddy counts too, but obsession is the word of the day.
Yes, the word of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was actually thinking about that a bit because a fairly new customer came into the store after binge watching all the episodes of our show.
Yes.
And she asked me, Laura, why do you love Pelikan so much?
Mm-hmm.
Apparently she got the impression that I'm kind of obsessed with Pelikan.
Only a little.
And she wanted me to explain to her what it is about Pelikan that
Sure.
I'm so crazy about.
Mm-hmm.
So that was an interesting question. Like, kind of put me on the spot, but I was able to answer it, even though I hadn't really ever thought about it before.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So let me backtrack a little. I do get really obsessed about stuff sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, do you do that or not?
Oh, I do.
Yeah. So I'll get like really, really, really into something.
Mm-hmm.
For example, Pelikans.
Right.
And yeah, I have tons of different brands in my pen collection.
Mm-hmm.
I have this like pie chart thing on the fountain pen companion, and it shows what percentage of each brand you have. And if I look at it, there are a lot of different brands on there. There's a little slice for a whole bunch of different brands, and I like that it's pretty well distributed like that. But there's two brands that really stand out that I have more pens in. And yeah, I would say those ones I'm obsessed with. And by that I mean I think about them a lot. There's something particular about them that really draws me.
Mm-hmm.
Just, it really, really appeals to me above and beyond all other brands.
Sure.
So for Pelikan, one of the things that really appeals to me about the brand is just the shape of the pen. It just really, really appeals to me. It's, the clip is really beautiful to me.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of brands will be like, this brand's kind of interesting, but I don't like the shape of the clip. Pelikan, I think, is my favorite clip shape.
It's very simple.
It's simple, but it's beautiful, and it's got, it looks like a pelican beak in a subtle way, which is really cool.
And it's very
got
elegant curves.
personality. Yeah, it's curved, it's elegant, and all the higher level Pelikans have that same shape.
Yes.
So it's not like Pilot where you've got a bunch of different shapes of clip, which is nice, but it's like very iconic, that special shape of the clip.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, that just really, really appeals to me.
There's
That's
something
part of why
iconic
I
about
love it.
consistency.
Yes.
Sure.
I also just like the shapes of the pens. They're just really, I don't know, they just appeal to me.
Yeah.
And
It's a very nice shape.
it's not something I can really explain, but and all Pelikans have that same shape. I mean, there's
Right.
some other lines of non-Souvron, non-205,
Fair.
200-ish series.
Right.
But I'm not really into those. I'm into these ones that are shaped like this. And
The
there's
M
a lot
series,
of them
right.
that are shaped like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just really like it. I also like the name.
Pelikan.
I like the name Pelikan.
It does roll off the tongue
I think
nicely.
it's a cool name, and I like that it's
Pelikan.
spelled with a K, so it's different.
Right.
I like that Pelikan is German.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not the only brand that's German or anything
Right.
like that, but that is part of why I like it.
Sure.
I mean, I'm part German, and that it's part of what
There's a
it is to me, and I
connection
just kind of
there.
think it's cool. I don't know, like the names of the things, and I don't know. That's just part of it. I also like the fact that when you own a group of pelicans, it's
Yeah.
called a flock. I think that's cool and cute.
So can we talk about your flock of pelicans for a
Sure,
moment?
sure,
Let's
absolutely.
let's take some peeks. We saw copper rose gold already.
Yes, so this is my little flock that I have.
It's a cute little
I
flock.
have 1, 2, 3, 5 so far. Yeah.
Even the student pen minimally has that iconic shape
It
to
does.
it.
It's not quite the full beak, but it's
It's got a little flip up there.
it does.
Has the flat top.
Yep.
I like it.
Yeah.
What would you say is your favorite? I know it's like a very like Sophie's choice of a question
My favorite pelican?
of your
Oh,
collection.
of my collection.
Yes. Because we all have like aspirational pelicans or pens rather.
I don't know. I don't have a favorite. They all are really special to me for different reasons.
Sure.
And most of my pelicans have something about them that's personally really meaningful to me because I don't own that many of them yet.
Right.
They have like a special event in my life that I bought them for or different things like that, and that makes them really, really kind of heightened in my whole pantheon of pens for me.
Pantheon of pens. I love the way you phrase that. I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
None of them are just kind of a random pen that I liked it and I bought it. There's something meaningful about each one of my pelicans.
Sure.
Yeah. I was also, when I was doing the interview with Gary and we were talking about the different ones that we're going to be getting a lot of in stock soon,
Right.
the new old stock ones, and I was looking at those pens laid out on the table when I was showing them to Gary, and I was just like, wow.
It's pretty diverse.
Yeah, but the pens that I picked out to talk about with him, I love all those pens. And I was like kind of fantasizing, wow, one of those pens were in my collection too. Just, then that shows that, yeah, I'm obsessed with it. It's like, you just look at it and you want it. And you just know, wow, if that was mine, ooh, I could just picture, like, if I had a big pelican flock,
Yeah.
a lot of those pens, where are they? I have them right here. A lot of these pens, I would love to join my flock. Like this, the red tortoise
Yes.
that I talked about with Gary. Love that one so much. I love this brown tortoise so much.
Right.
Would totally
The
love
brown
to have
tortoise
that in
is
my
stunning.
flock. This one's really cool. The cafe cream or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
This one, yeah, it's not really my aesthetic normally, but the new color.
Sure.
I mean, it's not new, but it's coming out now in the
M1000, right.
It's just so beautiful, like I talked about Gary. And just seeing these laid out, I was like, oh, if I had a huge flock, these, yeah.
I hear you.
I've also seen ones at pen shows that just, oh my gosh, blow me away. Like some of the Toledos,
Yes.
or I don't know, there's different like limited ones that I've seen, or like that Infinity Red Raiden one that we had. Oh my gosh.
That was stunning.
I don't know. Pelicans just turn me on. I just really like them.
I love that. So I also have my obsessions.
Yes.
When I fall down particular rabbit holes, I fall hard. My first, all right, I'm going to say it. I love Benu Pens.
I know you do.
You know, they tick all of my boxes.
Yep.
Bright, sparkly, whimsical. The nibs, they use Schmidt nibs. They're consistent out the box every time. I don't have to worry about them. I just have to get to writing. My first Benu was a Benu Briolette in Luminous Orchid.
Ooh.
I had been lusting. I will use the word
Do you
lusting.
have that one with you now or no?
It is on my cleaning tray at home, but I think we have a picture.
Oh my gosh.
I also have it in Luminous Amber and Luminous Jade.
Oh wow, those are really pretty.
I love this model. It's unique. You don't see pens shaped like
No,
that
that
and
one looks
faceted and
Delicious.
yes, it does.
That reminds me of creme brulee.
This is one of my favorite like autumn pens.
Very cool.
And I'm, of course, find inks to match. So I've got autumn oak in here. I have Sherwood green in here. I love the combinations.
Mm-hmm.
I also have some of the Euphoria models here. These are some of my favorites. I just love the name of this one. It's Vodka on the Rocks.
Oh my gosh, that's like the sparkliest thing I've ever seen.
So much
I
sparkle.
mean, that's even sparklier than the, what's that pen called that you're crazy about? The limited edition one. The Platinum.
Yes.
That's
the Rotten Galaxy.
Yikes.
This is much more sparkly.
Oh
than
my
that.
gosh, that is so sparkly.
This one's called Love Story.
Very pretty.
I think it's romantic as hell.
Uh-huh.
And I forget the name of this one.
I love the
but
colors.
it's very
in that.
oceanic.
The green and purple combo.
Yes.
Very pretty.
Very pretty, very sparkly. And, you know, like, I love the shape. I love the collections that they have, like the Talisman collection.
Right. Tell me about that, like what it means.
So the Talisman collection is inspired by like minerals, plants, things that have some lore, some meaning behind them.
Like they're good luck symbols or something?
Like frankincense and myrrh, for example. Like they symbolize something.
Isn't there a 4-leaf clover?
There
one
is.
Too? Right.
It's supposed to bring you luck.
Right.
And they incorporate the materials that they name the pens after
Right. That's
into
so
the
cool.
pen.
Yeah.
I love that idea.
So if you believe in the thing being good luck, you have this good luck thing in your actual
you have your
pen.
good luck talisman. Exactly. I just think Benus are very representative of my personality.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Color, sparkle. Some of them are brooding. Some of them are bright and dreamy.
Yes.
And I love that about them.
Yes, they are so you. You know what?
What?
What about,
Oh.
what if you had the opportunity to create your own Benu?
Me.
Yeah, like what would you have it look like? Can you imagine if you could invent your own Benu? Like if we had a store exclusive?
You know, I think about it quite a bit.
Uh-huh. Because you're obsessed.
I think about what it would look like, what we call it, what material would be infused into the material of the pen.
Ooh, yeah.
You know, like what it would mean to us as a collective, as a store, as a people.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I get overwhelmed thinking about it because it's just such a cool idea.
Yeah, and imagining that you, someone who's obsessed with a thing,
Yeah.
could make it really happen. The thing
Right.
you're obsessed with really coming to fruition, and you hold it in your hand, and there it is.
Like to be given that opportunity.
It's like a dream.
would be amazing.
Yes.
A dream.
A dream.
Exactly like
Exactly.
a dream. Do-do-do, 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 do-do-do. What if? Can you believe it?
Oh my gosh! It's so
Sparkly. It's so cool.
What colors, Leila?
What colors? What sparkle?
Wow.
I love it.
I didn't think you could top those other ones, but
This one might take the cake. Be still my beating heart.
what a dream.
Wouldn't it be cool?
That's crazy. Well, okay, so you're really into Benus.
Just a little.
Are there any other brands that you love a lot too that you consider obsessions?
I would say so. It's a budding obsession. of
Okay,
mine.
what's that one? Oh, I think I know. Yes.
It would be Leonardo
Yeah,
pens.
yeah.
It first started with Rangoli,
Yeah.
a store exclusive of ours last year.
Right. Which makes it extra special.
Which makes it extra
Yeah.
special. It was Jonathan Brooks material, primary manipulation 4, was it?
I don't remember because it's a number.
2 or 4. The number escapes me.
Yeah.
But it was just so magical.
And like I was saying about how all the Pelikans in my collection are really special.
Right.
Leonardo's kind of special to us because it was kind of us that made Leonardo come back to Pen Boutique. Because
Exactly.
Clarissa approached us and was like,
Hey, get me a meeting with Lena.
yeah, and
Let's
then
do
it
this.
happened, and that was like the first really exciting thing
Yeah.
that we all made happen.
Meeting Clarissa was so
Yeah.
exciting. Seeing all the models of the
Yeah.
pens that she brought to the table,
Yeah.
learning about their intricacies.
Very
it was
much.
really
and
cool.
she's such a great person. Really
She's a
like her. She's
sweetheart.
so nice. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, when she called the store
Mm-hmm.
and I picked up the phone and she started talking to me like, hey, would you guys be interested in carrying Leonardo? I was like, wow, she's asking me. This is so cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you got in on it.
I
and
definitely got in
it
on it.
happened. And yeah, that's why Leonardo is really special.
That's why
For us.
the release of Universe
Yes.
speaks to me. It speaks to
Yeah.
me in the way of Benu speaks
Right,
to
it's
me.
sparkly. I mean, not
Yeah.
all Leonardos are sparkly, but
Sure,
a lot
some
of the
air
ones
on the lines
that
of serious,
Yeah.
but some are
Yeah.
just as whimsical as Benu.
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
It's so
Leonardo's
cool.
a cool brand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What about your obsessions? I've talked about my obsessions long enough.
All right, I got one more obsession.
All right.
I've talked about this one a lot.
Can I guess?
Pilot.
That's right.
So, Pilot was my first obsession. As I've said a million times,
yeah.
the Metropolitan was my first fountain pen. And when I first got into fountain pens, I solely focused on Pilot. I was
Sure.
obsessed with Pilot. And I was really into finding out what all the different sort of, not entry level, but not really expensive models that were a little more rare were. Like they weren't available in the US or they'd just been discontinued so you couldn't get them very easily, stuff like that. And I tried to collect all the different ones. And that was so fun, like figuring out what they were and trying to buy them all. And
Sure.
so I have a pretty big Pilot collection. If you look at my pie chart, Pilot totally dominates my pie chart.
Understood.
So I haven't gotten that many Pilots recently, except, as I mentioned recently, I'm obsessed with the 743 with the Pelikan nib. I really want that pen.
That's a
I mean,
fantastic
when I
pen.
tried that pen for my blog, I just, I want it so much. It's so
yes.
cool. But there are also some other Pilots that, if I had tons of money, I really like them. And whenever I see them in the case, I'm like, wow. They're, yeah.
Tell me about
So
some
I
of those
wanted
pens.
to show you some of those. Wait a second. First, I wanted to show you this to
Yeah.
blow your mind. This is my Pilot collection.
Whoa.
So all these, and then these two, because it wouldn't fit, are all the Pilots I have
Wow.
right now.
That's quite the
Yeah,
collection.
I actually used to have some more, and I narrowed it down a little bit at one point, but yeah. So I have all those, but the ones that I'm kind of think about a lot now, besides the ones that are already in my beloved collection,
Sure.
there are a few really cool ones. So this one,
I know.
I
that
wanted to show you
one.
this one. This is the same model as, I kind of want the black one more than this, but this color is so pretty.
It's unique.
This is the custom 743 in the verdigris color, which is such a cool color. I love it.
It's U.S.
I
exclusive,
mean, it's
right?
like, I love both colors, but I don't know why. I just kind of want the black one more, but
To each
they're
their
so
own.
cool. So that pen, yeah, crazy about that. I also, when I was writing my blog about the number pens and how they're so confusing, I got to take this one home. This is the custom Urushi 845.
Ooh.
And it's made out of Urushi lacquer. And it's just, when you look at this pen, you can tell it's made out of a different material than a
Yes.
regular acrylic. It's just got so much beauty to the color.
Ah.
And it feels different in your hand. It's got sort of a warmth to it when you hold it. It's so pretty. It's so shiny,
That's
too.
fantastic.
It's just, ooh, I love it. It's
Yeah.
really cool. It's a little too expensive for me right now, but yeah, if I could own that pen, I totally would.
Understood.
Same thing with the other ones on my list here, but this one I really, really like. This is the Sterling Silver Silvern Sumugi.
Ooh.
particularly, I love this pattern. This is the Tsumugi pattern.
That's interesting.
It's my favorite. I mean, I like all of these, but this pattern particularly,
Sure.
love it. It's based on a piece of silk. So the texture is like the texture of like a
Ooh.
raw silk kind of.
Did not expect this
Yes.
texture.
Love the texture. It's so
Oh, that's
cool.
satisfying.
And it's sterling silver. And check out this nib. It's like a fancy version of the E95 nib.
Oh, wow.
E95S. I was tripping over my tongue.
It's the numbers.
E95S nib. Look at that. It's so pretty. When I was first into pilots, like, what was it, like 5 years ago or something, I put this pen on my Amazon wish list.
Oh, my
I've had
goodness.
it on the list all that time. I love this pen. Yeah, it's so pretty. Love it.
It's great.
It's so cool. A couple more that I really like. This one. This is called the Ishimie, and it's another really cool pattern. It's
Yeah.
also made out of lacquer. Ishimie. This is a stone texture on here. It's a stone
Whoa.
path. You know, like if you're in a Japanese garden or something.
Yeah.
And it's hand drawn onto the wet lacquer. That's how they get that cool texture.
Whoa.
Feels so amazing in your hand. It's sort of like rough and so
I didn't
So
realize
pretty.
there was that much diversity.
Yes, I mean when you picture pilots, you picture they're
Cigar shaped.
right, but
and-
no,
yeah.
these are so different.
Oh my
you know?
God.
And look at this pen; it's so pretty. This is the one that Pilot likes to give away at pen shows in their like raffle. It's
Ooh.
such an amazing prize.
Yes,
Every
it
time
is.
there's a raffle, I'm like, oh. And it comes in a few other pretty colors
Sure.
too. But this is the navy color.
How cool.
So cool. I love that feeling. Just feel it.
The texture's so satisfying.
Yes. It's so pretty.
It reminds me of a cat's tongue minus the
Yes.
wetness.
Yes. That's perfect. Uh-huh.
That's fantastic.
Really cool. Okay, I got one more to
All
blow
right.
your mind with. This one. Now, I don't usually go for the really fancy
The maquillage.
maquillage,
the
stuff like, because they're
chicken.
usually so big and kind of like, it's just not my taste. Like they're a little too over the top.
Little
for me. I
showy
like,
for
yeah, I
you.
like things that are a little more subtle and classical looking. But I really like this one. This is the Yukari flower fence,
Ooh.
and it's small and it's just such a beautiful design on there.
Oh
Look
my
at it.
goodness.
And I love the colors that are in it.
It's
The
got some
first time I saw
sparkle.
this pen, it just stood out to me as being really special, really
Yeah.
beautiful. It was at a pen show, and I saw it on the pilot table, and I asked Bill, what's the name of this one? I
Right.
really like this one. And we ended up getting it. It's just, it's so pretty. I love the color of the flowers on it, and it's just, yeah. It's such a nice size. Can you imagine me using that?
I can
Yes,
actually.
Yes.
I can.
Yeah. So,
It's got the elegance that typically your collection has.
yeah.
A little different, but I think it would fit in there.
Yeah, so Pilot's really special to me. Pilot's been with me for my whole
Journey.
pen. This is so weird, but this just popped into my head. You know how like you get obsessed with different musical groups,
Sure.
but there's one maybe band or singer that you've loved for your whole life of loving music.
Absolutely.
So Pilot's kind of like my Bob Dylan.
Wow. That's high praise.
Yes, I love Bob Dylan.
I can dig it.
So, you know, like your interest in it maybe waxes and wanes a little, but it's always
always
something
there.
that you love. Yeah.
I love that,
Yeah.
Laura.
Well, and we already did the silly segment right at the beginning of the show.
We sure did, so you know what time it is.
Mailbag! A little too enthusiastic.
You got pretty intense there.
Yeah. We got a lot of mail. I don't think we can even do all this mail. Maybe we'll have to save some for the next episode.
I think we might have to. All right. We have a
Oh, I love this
letter
one.
from Stacy.
So nice.
Let's get. I love the stamp on the front. It says snail mail.
Uh-huh.
There's some cute little washi tape on the back with a "May the 4th be with you."
And
May the 4th be with you as well, Stacy.
and she used one of those cool raven stamps.
Yes, very
Very pretty.
neat. very Washington State of her because of that kind of indigenous art.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Greetings from the Emerald City to Leila and Laura. Writing with a Pilot Plumix M calligraphy with Ferris Wheel Press Emerald Gardens in honor of Seattle and next month's birthstone. From one port city to another, I can say that the news from Baltimore has us looking at all our bridges again. In just over a week, a local bridge will be the site for a famous annual crew race.
Oh, cool.
The boats will travel through Montlake Cut and under Montlake Bridge, finished in 1925. The race from the boys in the boat traveled a different route, but the new route goes past the old shell house, which was home to the Husky Clipper, which now hangs in the new shell house. While not as colorful as y'all's state bird, the Washington state bird, American goldfinch, has changed into bright plumage and is brightening the days here. Because of the shared port city status, I tried to find other things in common. Birds similarly bright, but not same. What I found in the list of state symbols that matched: state dance. The
Ooh.
square dance.
That goes with our silly segment.
It certainly does. So grab your partner and do-si-do to celebrate spring. Stacy.
Oh, I loved how
That was beautiful.
That was just, yeah.
I loved
Aw.
how you were trying to relate one coast to another.
Yeah, and it was just kind of like a letter that you'd get from
Yeah.
a new
Like-
pen pal or something.
Exactly. Or just the way it was written, it was like we're old buds and you're just
Yeah.
giving me an update.
Aw.
It was wonderful.
Yes,
Thank you, Stacy.
What else do we have? Oh my gosh, this one.
This was cool.
So beautiful. This handwriting, wow. More beautiful washi tape.
I love everyone's washi tape.
This handwriting blew my mind. So this looks like it's just on regular notebook paper, but look at the sheen
The
on this
ink
ink.
is
It's
crazy.
insane. It's totally insane. April 10th, 2024. Dear Laura and Leila, thank you for being awesome. Written really big. I have been an affiliate for some time. I review fountain pens and ink and paper on my YouTube channel
Very nice.
and have been longtime pals with Lena from our meeting through our friend Larry B. Tell her I miss her.
We certainly
Thanks.
will.
Signed, Miss Marilyn Darling.
I love
There's a
that.
little more on the next page. P.S. Oh, this sheen, it's insane. P.S. I also teach calligraphy, and if I can do it, you can do it.
I will
That's
keep that
smiley
in
face.
mind.
Have a great week. Take care. What does this say? It's so fancy.
Take care. Talk soon.
Oh, take care. Talk soon. Wow. Wow. Look at this.
Absolutely.
It's so beautiful.
It's amazing.
It's- oh my gosh. Yikes.
Thank you, Miss Marilyn
Thank
Darling.
you so much.
And thank you to everyone who wrote to us for this episode. We are overjoyed.
Yes. Wow.
With that comes the end of the episode. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when we upload.
Send us mail.
Send us mail, please. The address is down below.
And please do comment. We love your comments.
We
so
love
much.
engaging
We
with
love
you in the
reading
comment
your
section.
comments. Yeah.
So on that note, keep writing, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.